Hello friends, and welcome to the video. So in this episode of the Direct Path User Guide by Greg Goode, we're going to look at choosing. Now, have you ever made any bad choices in your life? I certainly have. Now, don't worry, you didn't. It was not you. There was in fact no choosing function, which we were going to demonstrate today. Now, so we feel that we're the chooser. Greg Goode actually says that it was one of the last things that he held on to. He felt that he could see that he wasn't the body and wasn't the mind, but he still felt when looking for what exactly was there, with the process of self-inquiry, what is there? What is me? Well, I'm the thing that kind of chooses. And I understand where he's coming from. It's a really deep feeling that I choose this or that, and that's really what makes me, it's kind of my spirit in some ways. It kind of expresses my freedom, my free will, is what I really am behind everything. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the process of choosing and see if we can actually find a chooser in there, if there's a choosing function in there. It will be a similar approach to other things that we'll analyze in the mind. So you feel that you're the chooser. Now, the experiment goes that you take 2 drinks. You can do it with something else. And in fact, it also works good with memory. So you can remember something that when you had to make a decision, okay? Now, so you get 2 drinks, so you want to drink. It's better if you're thirsty, apparently. Tea and coffee or whatever, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, if you prefer. And then you really explore what you like about each of the things. So I like coffee because of this and this and this and how it makes me feel, and I like tea for these reasons. Tea is maybe a bit smoother, maybe more sophisticated, possibly, maybe not in today's world with all the all those coffees and the baristas and all that. Baristas? And coffee maybe a bit warmer. Maybe I like coffee in the morning. I like tea also. But you just explore those ideas. What's good about this and what's good about this. Then you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you drink one. Now looking back on the experiment, when you were thinking about choosing which one you liked, was there any choosing function there? I mean, if there was, what did it look like? Or was it just some thoughts exploring some ideas, some thoughts arising in awareness, some arisings arising in awareness, if you prefer? Now, when you started counting, did you choose to start counting? Did there appear a chooser who said, I'm going to count now because James suggests it, so I'm going to follow along on his video? Or was it just that you started doing that started happening? Maybe there was a feeling that you chose to do it, but then that's a feeling. It's not, it points to your choice, but we can't find the choice. Now, if there's a thought saying you're choosing, then again, we can't find what it's pointing to. There's no referent. Now, the closest we can get is if it's something in itself, which is choosing. So there's something that says, I am the chooser. But then again, if that is choosing, it's actually declaring, it's announcing itself to be the chooser. It's not choosing. It's just the narrative. And then when you did choose what to drink, what happened there? What was going on? Was there a thought that you would take one to drink because of various things that you've thought before? Now, that's a thought, and it's not a choosing function. Maybe you saw an action of you taking it, but was there any choosing there? Was it a feeling? Again, a feeling is not a choosing function. And if it was itself announcing itself that it was choosing, then that cannot point to the actual choosing. It is just an announcing. So in all of those, there's nothing there. There is no actual choosing function. It's just thoughts, feelings arising in awareness and then actions. The reason why we can't find the chooser is because all we meet, it's always secondhand knowledge. So is that we never actually see the choosing function happening. It's always just a report that choosing has happened in one way or another. What happens is the choice arises in awareness. Now, it can be quite scary to feel that you're not choosing anything. But the thing is that feeling of lack of choice is also arising in awareness. The choosing arises in awareness, the feeling of lack of choice arising in awareness. That's just all part of the objective world that is arising in awareness to you. And you are holding it all. You're beyond the choosing and the not choosing. Right, so the next one, I think we work on intention. So we're going to go into a bit more detail. It's very closely linked. So that should be fun. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.